Hi everybody, welcome to 2024. I'm gonna do a tasteful message. I'm gonna be working with Clairgustance today. So if I type in Clairgustance in the Google search, it is the paranormal ability to taste a substance without putting it into one's mouth. So have you ever been able to taste something that isn't actually physically there? And you just like picking up on some kind of flavor. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna do a journey into the energy world. I'm an energy analyst, so I'm all about navigating the adventures of an interdimensional universe. And instead of doing so much visual, I'm gonna do more of a tasteful message. So I'm gonna be kind of looking off in the distance here, looking into the infinite universe. It's kind of like looking into your reflection, like in a pond. But instead of seeing yourself, you're seeing into all kinds of information. So I, the human being, I can't conceive of infinite information, but I can explore what is the most meaningful message I can share today, okay? So give me just a moment here. Clairgustance. Wanting to share a tasteful message. It's 2024. All right, our first location, there is pictures involved. It's a bit weird. There's a nose, and there's a really fancy mustache, like the kind that goes around in a circle. And it's a bit strange because I can taste the mustache and it's peppery. If you can see the picture, it makes it worse than if you just say, we're going to start with peppery. Okay, well, that's the picture. Taste peppery. And I see that it's parted in the center, the mustache is, so we can go right or we can go left. Which way do we want to go? And I say, okay, Clairgustance style. I'm going to taste the right side and I'm going to taste the left side. The totality of the mustache is peppery, but maybe we can follow our taste buds on this one. So I'm tasting the right side. It tastes so weird. I'm trying to parallel it to something, maybe like glue. It tastes like a substance that, it's not the smell of glue like Elmer's glue, it's more the jelly material. It's not an edible item. It might be like licking Vaseline and licking a basic chapstick, okay? So let's see what the left side has to offer us here, taste-wise. It's definitely cleaner. It's not as gooey. So if we're gonna follow the path of Clairgustance, as though, like, we can get a hint about things like, I gotta follow my heart on this. But what if we say I've gotta follow my Clairgustance on this? If I follow my Clairgustance, I prefer the left side of this peppery mustache over the right side. So perhaps that's enough feedback that I could just follow my Clairgustance on this. Am I denying myself the possibility of learning through the grosser side of things? Am I saving myself from learning from the grosser side in order to learn from something a little bit cleaner? Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer learning from a cleaner experience or a dirtier experience? This is part of the message. You got to think about this stuff. Like, if you were to really taste your life, are you on the path of kind of following the taste buds into something a little bit not so tasteful? Or do you want to keep things clean? Maybe you keep it too clean and you need to get a little bit dirty. I'm not sure. But let's just see. I got to ask myself. I've got to ask actually my heart, right? Just because it tastes clean, that tastes grosser. Which one feels right to me, okay? Which one is right for me? And my heart says both paths. And I say, well, I can't go in two directions at the same time. All right, that's the next conundrum here. And I can't put the mustache together. So I can't put a right and left path and make it just one path. I can't put them together. I can only make a choice. So oddly enough, my next inspiration is to choose to go on the grosser side. I have a feeling the reason why is because I like to clean up messes. So I have a tendency to lean in the problem areas because I like to clean up problem areas. I don't like to go to clean places because there's nothing really to do there except enjoy a cleanly space. But because it's just like, I want to help, I want to clean up the mess, I want to be a helping hand, I find myself more attracted to helping to clean up a mess, okay? Instantly, I'm on an airplane. All right, we got to get some Clairgustance going on here. So I'm going to taste the airplane and see what it tastes like. It tastes like pencil lead. I'm going to linger in the pencil lead flavor and see what it means to me. I'm just going to keep tasting it for a bit. It's such a barren place. It's like... is having to live in an environment that's toxic. So I go to the gross side of the mustache, the right side. Suddenly I'm on an airplane, and when I taste it, again, it's like pencil lead, and I start to emerge into an environment it's just like made out of lead. It's made out of like a toxic environment. Nothing would grow here, but maybe more pencil lead, you know? And it's absolutely horrible. I find myself trying to breathe the fresh air. There's no fresh air to breathe. I'm hungry. There's no food to eat. So I'm going to ask my taste buds, what is my purpose here? I chose this path because I want to help make it better. And I'm in the perfect environment that definitely I can't survive in it. If this is to be made better by me, maybe there's other things that are intended to survive here, not myself. I'm not sure, but what am I supposed to do here? I've got to keep trusting my heart, trusting my taste buds, and going where the compass inside me is guiding me. So it's actually the inside of a mouth, believe it or not. I start to see an opening and closing of this realm. Like I'm inside of a giant mouth, like a giant Pac-Man. And because there's movement, the opening and closing of the mouth, there's kind of a flicking of the tongue. There's like cleaning of the plaque. It's like I started to see that things aren't always what they appear at the surface. And there's a huge swallow that's happening, and there's the cleanliness of a mouth. And I'm inside of its mouth. The mouth is more of a happy face than we know, because I see Pac-Man as like this yellow, like ar 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 ar. But then if it cleans its mouth and it doesn't have to mow anything down, it just becomes like a yellow happy face. And I'm in the happiness, and I'm in the sunshine of the happiness. And I get to thinking that this mustache is balanced now, because it's clean on one side, now it's clean on the other. I had to take a risk here. I had to put myself in a vulnerable situation and know that I could be useful. I had to try it outside the box. And now I'm making things better. And sometimes we think we know what it needs to make it better, but we don't. And we just have to keep following our heart, you know? And see what we're going to learn and where it's going to guide us. I'm back to the mustache, and I'm looking at the right and the left sides, and I'm not experiencing so much pepper. And the pepper is more like strange gnats at this point. And there's a need to just clear out the gnats. And I'm asking, why does this have to be a mustache? Like, of all the things, you know? All right, they're asking me to go to the clean side of the mustache now. So I am. It's beautiful. It's like really clean snow. It's like ice. I'm ice skating. I feel kind of like a Disney princess. I feel like light as a feather. I'm an awesome ice skater. I'm doing twirls in the air. I see that we have to protect the clean spaces and keep them clean. You know, one thing I learned in time, it's much easier to clean a clean bathroom than to clean a dirty one. And so if I could clean the bathroom once a week, it was no big deal. But if it was like once a month, it's like so much better to clean a clean space than to clean a dirty space. And it doesn't take much time at all. It's just quick, done. And there's an importance to this message here because we're seeing that when we have a clean space, it's important to keep it that way. You guys know, I guarantee you've got experiences where you cleaned your room and now all you need is just like 5 minutes a day to keep it that way. Make your bed, pick it up, done. But if you let it go, it's going to get let go to such a point that it's going to take hours to get it back the way it was. So it's better to clean a clean space. And keep a clean space clean. It's easier, actually. And I'm learning something new. This is very important because we're trying to achieve balance here. It's important to explore both sides of a story and protect what we want to keep. Like, if it works, it's good. And then if we want to amplify what's good about what works, we can come up with solutions to fine-tune it, and it's not so hard. But when we let things go and they get out of whack, now we could feel helpless, we could feel defeated. We're just a hope and a prayer that this is going to correct itself. We know that we have purpose here to do the cleanup work. We have no idea how it's ever going to happen. But you can see how these paths, it's important to see both sides. It's important to participate in both sides because we need to know the beautiful side of life and the not so beautiful side and to explore our purpose with both. You can see why this is an important message. Like, what's working well in your life? Keep doing it and then improve on it and make it even that much better. And what are you letting go of? Like, what are you letting it just like, I'm never going to brush my teeth again, you know? It's like, maybe you should get in there every now and then, you know? And then maintain my beautiful teeth instead of just letting it go because I don't want to take the time. So there's something important here, perhaps about the individual life or the collective of our society, that there's a deep down realization that's rising up from beneath the surface and is saying, how can we make society better? I mean, it's always saying that. It's just how can you participate in making it a better world? You got to work on your life, and what you can do to make your life better will then create a domino effect for people around you. You can be an inspiration too, you know? All right. So what about these gnats? I'm just going to linger here. I'm going to taste a gnat and we're going to see what it's like. It's awful. It's like bugs in your food. It's gross. Like, I don't want to eat bugs in my food. I don't even want to eat bugs. Like, I just don't, you know? I don't want it. No thanks. It's like, I don't know. I see like a freshly popped like bag of popcorn. It's all buttery. And then it's like full of gnats. I was like, no, I'm not adding that protein to my popcorn. Ew, gross. It's gross. It's done. Contaminated. It's like nobody wants to go for a bike ride and inhale some gnats. It's the worst, you know? All right. What this means is you ever want to just get the job done and it's taking too long? And it's like, all right, we cleaned the right and left sides. So there's some gnats. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done for the day. It's like making sure you come full circle. Like, are you done? Do you have any loose ends? It's better to just deal with those loose ends now and get it tight, you know? like get it solid, get it good. So how do I get rid of these gnats then? They're becoming important in a new way. They are messengers. It's hard to know what they're saying. So I choose to see them as important, not a nuisance, but important. It would be as difficult as seeing the importance of mosquitoes. Like, the birds need food. They love mosquitoes, you know? I don't like mosquitoes. Birds like mosquitoes. So for me to see these gnats as a nuisance, it's kind of natural for me to not like them, but they're still an important part of the balance of nature. Why are they here at the Mustache? What is their message? I'm going to taste a message here from one of these gnats. Tastes like chalk. And I do see a green chalkboard, and I see the writing on the wall, but I can't understand it. It's like the most important thing God can say today is, and all you see is a mouth that's moving, but no sound. It's like, just tell me the message. So yeah, it's like, it's important, but I don't know what it's saying. So I just start to throw out ideas. I'm like, okay, so you guys know math, and you're trying to show me a profound equation that the world's missing. So I just start to become a gnat, and then I just start to write a bunch of, I don't know, numbers and symbols, and just see what comes from this, okay? And I see a big finger that's like, nuh-uh, that's not the right way. I'm like, all right, I'll taste the chalk and then we'll go deeper. Oh, it's terrible. It's like a gross, swampy environment. It's called avoidance. It's just letting your, it's a big message. It's the type of message none of us want to hear, and it's none of us want to deal with, and none of us want to change. So the fact that you've listened to this video all the way to this point, you're going to be rewarded, okay? Don't let yourself go. Don't, you need to get back on task. Don't let hopelessness or defeat make you lazy. I see that this swamp is basically a house that fell into ruin. And beneath the surface of what is tolerable, oh, what a cool, weird mustache. Ooh, a little grimy. Oh, very nice and pretty. Okay, bring in balance. What are these gnats saying? I don't know what they're saying. I'm done. I'm clocking out for today. No, don't give up. Go deeper. Go deeper. This is the message you don't want to hear. But it's the message that's going to change everything for you. Because I see that we're all here standing in the swamp and we're talking to each other and saying, what have I, like, what has happened in life that I just don't want to do it anymore? I don't want to clean anymore. I don't want to take care of my weight, or I don't want to brush my teeth, or, you know, I don't want to take the time that I used to take. I don't want to reach out and talk to anybody anymore. It's almost like the sloth is filling in our spaces, because maybe we've tried and tried and tried again to the point it's like, what's the point? There is no point. I just let it go. Just let myself go. I don't even care anymore. So the gnats are telling us it's important to keep caring. It's important to care. It's important to take the time. Don't let what works fall into ruin. And whatever needs cleaned up, clean it up. And don't stop until the task is done. And so if the gnats are in the way, they're a healthy messenger, even if they're a nuisance. So the nuisance is trying to send you a message that don't give up on you, don't give up on life, don't give up on your dreams, don't give up. It's like, be you again. Be you. Be your clean, sparkling, beautiful self. So yeah, now we got the Clairgustance message for today. That's a really cool message. I like that. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I hope you found this message important and useful in your life. If you're interested in booking a session with me, I'd be honored to support you with my gifts and talents here, analyzing energy, transforming energy, sharing what the wisdom is beneath the surface, doing what I can to heal you and help you feel amazing. If you're interested in exploring a session, you can book one at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Have a wonderful day.